Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna watch a video on fake rich people. And you know how it goes. Flex culture, people pretending to be rich, people pretending to think it's a flex that they buy a $800 purse, even though it's made in China for like $30. And then all they do is ship it off to a separate company in Italy or something. They put a badge or a zipper on it, and boom, $800 purse. They also rebrand. They also have like a generic version as well as a Gucci version. They have a lot of stuff like that. You know, it's just poor people thinking, oh, thing that is expensive makes me smart and rich. But anyways, before I start this video, I want to talk about this clip, which made me think of watching this. And the whole thing is, Asmongold, like, he's a fucking sniper. I have no clue how he figured this shit out.
I'm gonna be real. I'm not saying that he's lying, but here's what I am saying. Why is it
Yep.
that this zero is not?
And you see that, like, bro, he figured out. He figured out this man put a whole ass different font over here for his revenue. This man single-handedly lying about the money he made to make it look like he rich. And like that's, I'm gonna be honest, that's fucking pathetic. Cause like if you're making over, I would say 80,000 a year, you're pretty much set. You are already richer than the majority of the people in America. And then you have to flex by pretending you're even richer. At that point, it's kind of pathetic, insecure, and to be honest, overall, well, dishonest.
The same as that zero?
Yep.
That's crazy. What are you doing?
Yep.
What are you doing, bro? Like, what is this? Now, maybe it's...
Wait. The worst part is this man didn't just do this. Let me show you. But like, there's a thing people can do that is called this. And you go into inspect. Shit. Then after here, go here, class, arcade, boom. Yeah, this guy could have just done that shit. Look at this shit over here. He could have just control inspect, then he could have changed the font, and bam, nobody would have noticed this shit. See, it's easy. It's literally easy for me to do it. Banana caught Dashi Frost lying about how much they make in Twitch a month. Boom. See, not Asmongold, it's Banana now. But yeah, what a fucking dumbass. What a dumbass, man. Easiest trick in the book, and he couldn't even figure this shit out. This is what I mean. Some people don't deserve to be on the internet. He should have his internet revoked, and he should, like, I'm sorry, man, but like, he should have his internet revoked. He doesn't belong on the internet anymore. Well, let's get back to this. Let's X this out.
It's a different amount. Let me, you know what? I'll pull up mine right now. How about that?
Yep.
Let's pull up mine. We can see, and we're gonna look and find out whether it's the same zero or not. So what page is this? This could be, it could be on his phone, so I might not have it, but this is on the desktop. I'm assuming the font's gonna be the same. Let's look at this zero. Okay, there's this zero. Which zero is it?
Look at that shit.
It's the other one. Yeah. It's the other one. You changed the font, buddy.
Yeah. And not only that, but like the way it's done, like it looks odd as fuck. But yeah, he tried to flex on people. He obviously failed. He was caught. And bro, that's what I love. Like this guy caught his bullshit in a second.
It changed the font. And does anybody even know this?
Yeah, nobody sees it.
They just eating it up.
Yeah. Anyways, the whole point was this man caught him. That guy could have easily lied with control inspect. Control inspect. That's all he needed. All he needed. It's not even like some crazy genius move either. But yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad, man. But let's see. Banana bought Dashi Frost a car with Bluetooth and he earned crippling debt. Yeah, see? Easy. Like this guy, I'm sorry, man, but like it's just sad to see how people are not slick on the internet anymore. Like this is not slick. This is not good, but absolute astronomical failure on his part. But anyways, let's get back to what I wanted to look at. Boom.
I was really good with my shopping last month, and I only spent $33,274 and
Oh my god, 33,000 on shopping? Like, unless you bought a car, like, what the fuck did you spend it on, bitch?
72 cents.
Kylan Darnell is being called out for allegedly showing a fake designer bag.
An Instagram
Of
conman
course.
who called himself the Kardashian of Cheshire has admitted to swindling people out of thousands of pounds in a luxury handbag scam.
For some
Damn.
reason, over the last few years, people have been obsessed with looking rich. There are so many videos of people flexing their designer bags, private jets, and luxurious lifestyles, but they're lying to you. Recently,
Yep. They've always been lying. And the whole point is flex culture exists. Poor people wear nice clothes because they want to look like, you know, rich people. And then middle class people buy nice clothes because they want to look like rich people. And then rich people buy nice clothes because they want to look like richer than poor people. So what they do is they put a costume that looks like a woman's ovaries on them and go through a show, and then they walk around stage and, you know, like, you know, all that weird rich people stuff. Like, they wear like literal trash bags that cost $1,000 in these stupid fashion shows. But when you get through all of that, you realize it's the same thing. You're flexing for someone who doesn't care about you, doesn't love you, will never ever like help you in your life, and you care about impressing them. You care about making them jealous, and it's honestly pathetic. It honestly is pathetic.
I was making my rounds on TikTok and I noticed an influx of luxury influencers who then were
Yep.
exposed for faking their lifestyle for views and likes. Actually, every day there's a new expose series on one of these influencers. I mean, for example, relatively recently there was an
Yep.
influencer by the name of Mei Lung, whose whole content strategy consisted of showing us how much money she spends, all her
Yep.
designer items, and just flaunting her wealth.
Oh, okay, wait, actually, he showed money. Let me show you guys a little trick. You see how her... Okay, this is a very bad angle, but whenever people show you a giant pile of money, the majority of the time it is fake. If you look at the money and it looks a little too perfect, there's a good chance it's fake. Like, not always, but there is a good chance. But yeah, the whole thing is people like flexing a giant pile of cash like it means something, when in fact, like, it's just easier leaving it in a bank account. It's actually very annoying taking that much money out, because, like, let's say theoretically this is just like she put 200s on the side and then the rest are $1 bills. That would be annoying to get all that money out. Unless she just bought fake money, which then she could have bought this for, like, my guess is probably $20, $30.
And just flaunting her wealth. That was, of
Yep.
course, until she was exposed.
Mei Liang is a TikToker who brags about her wealth, but allegedly
Yep.
that is all a lie.
It was all a lie. Y'all
Yep.
be saying this creator is faking about being rich.
I've realized I don't owe anyone any explanation or proof, and the people that know me already truly know me.
But really, that's just the tip of the
Yep.
iceberg. It's not just Mei Lung. It's actually not even influencers as a whole. There's an entire fake rich epidemic taking over our culture. And after seeing all of this, I
Yep.
began to wonder, how did these influencers get exposed? How deep does this fake rich culture go? And what is this obsession with looking rich doing to us? Well, let's talk about it. The start of
Let's
the
see.
fake rich epidemic. Between dictators, military leaders, and the guy who keeps taking my parking spot, there has been a thirst for power.
Damn, that third guy. Damn, I'm sorry, man. You have to deal with that third guy. Jesus, man, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's the same thing throughout history. People have pretended to be richer than they are, and it's a basic part of human nature. You want people to think you're doing better. You want to make people think that you're far better than they are. It's just part of human nature. Whether they have a better girl, whether they have a better car, whether they have a better, like, I don't know, gun or anything, you want to make it seem like your life is better than theirs, because it's kind of like a narcissistic way of like, you know, enjoying your life by making others think that you're better than them. I'm just gonna straight up say it's a bit narcissistic. I wouldn't call it outright evil unless they're purposefully lying to people specifically on how to make money and, you know, making them do decisions that would ruin their lives, unless it's just like pretending to have money, and I don't care too much. But if it's something illegal that would get people in jail because of your advice, then they're fucking assholes.
As long as humans have been around. At some level, there's always been this kind of desire to flex your status. In the 1920s, there were fancy Gatsby-style parties.
Damn.
In the 1980s, there was this whole yuppie trend. In the 2000s, we had MTV Cribs. However, it wasn't
Oh,
until
that rip off Snoop Dogg.
relatively recently that people could just fake being rich. And it seems like social media might be largely responsible for this new superpower of looking rich, but not actually being rich. I mean, it wasn't like a medieval peasant was able to just fake a higher status.
What's wrong, honey?
I'm just tired of being a peasant farmer while a king gets to live like a king.
Well, you know what they say. You have to have the mindset of the life you want to get the life you want.
What do you mean?
Sometimes you just have to fake it till you make it.
So what you're saying is...
Fake it till you make it.
Damn.
Hello, fellow noblemen. I am one of you. Guards, execute him. But even still, it wasn't like this whole fake rich lifestyle was built overnight. No, it was built Gucci brick by Gucci brick. In fact, before fake rich was even a thing, luxury influencers were showing off their lifestyles and they were actually rich.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel.
Yep.
Today I'm going to be doing a 50k luxury designer haul slash unboxing. As always guys, don't forget, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload.
First off, I just want to say,
man, for a rich person, your editing fucking sucks. You can at least afford a good editor if you can afford spending $50,000 on a bunch of bullshit.
that I love that she didn't remove the transparent background from the bell. She just felt really good about leaving that in there. I mean, usually when you're looking for that background, at least when I am, it's so I can specifically get rid of it and have whatever's on top of it and not the background. But here we go. Anyways, at this time, luxury items actually meant something. Like when you would see a video about a Gucci bag or designer clothes, it brought you to this world of wonder. A world where this item or this bag or this product that you were seeing was worth 10 times as much as your rent. Let's pause for a second because I guess I never really actually realized how expensive some of these items were. Like during researching for this video, I looked at some of these products and it was like, they were crazy how expensive some of them were. I wanted to show you guys some of these products that I saw because it kind of blew my mind actually. So let me pull these up. Okay, so the first one we're gonna be looking at here is Chanel. I wanna show you something though that blew my mind. Look at this, look at this, look at this creativity.
Ew.
Oh my gosh. It zoomed out. Look at this. Oh.
That was like fucking trash. Let me guess. It's gonna be $3,000 to $4,000. That's my final guess.
Oh man, look at that. It's transforming as I scroll down. I'm scrolling down right now. You can't see it, but it's transforming. That's incredible. This one's like birthday cake flavored.
Ew.
Interesting choice. Here's a little commercial. Amazing. But what I found so interesting about this website is how hard it is to find the pricing for it. Like I just pressed on whatever I just pressed on hoping to find the bag price, and then it just took me to this page, classic 11 tube bag. Look, I'll press on that. Boom, I'm right back to the same page. It's the same exact page I was at before. It's just a circle. I want to see the price. That's what I want to look at, but it's very difficult to find. Okay, so look, here it is. They have the mini 2.55 handbag and another mini 2.55 handbag. Okay, they have the mini, the regular, and the large. Great. Okay, so if I want to buy, let's say I want to buy a mini, smallest kind, right? This bag, the mini 2.55 handbag is...
Holy shit, $5,000. Man, okay, my prediction was wrong. Okay, I'm a retard. Okay, I'm a retard, man. $5,000, man. I knew it. But yeah, these bags are usually like, it would take them, I'm not even joking, like maybe $10 to $30 to make. And then they sell you for a ludicrous ass price like this. This is basically the tip. This is basically a way to get really dumb rich people to buy stuff because they want to look better than you. So they buy like, you know, designer brand stuff that costs them pennies on the dollar that you buy it for. Think of it like getting scammed, but instead of like you going through the part where you regret making your financial decision, somehow they make it up in their mind that, yep, this was the correct decision because they have the real thing, which does the same exact shit as a regular handbag. Like, I could get a trash bag and it'll do the same exact thing as this piece of shit.
$5,400. This right here is $5,200. Is that not insane? What if we want to get the large handbag though? What does that look like? $12,000. That's like a house down payment right there. This better be a really...
Bro, that looks like fox leather. That looks like in one day I could break that shit.
Good, useful button if they're charging.
I hope that's real gold.
That's, that's just Chanel. Like, what if we go to Louis Vuitton, right? Look, they have all the stuff, women's bags, women's shoes, men's stuff, whatever. What if we go to women's bags? How much are these going to cost? This one's $2,100 for this. $2,100. This one's almost $3,000. This one's $2,300. I don't want to sign up for SMS updates. Thank you though. This one here is almost $3,000, so that's super expensive. What about men's handbags, right? Or men's bags? Tote bags. Look at this. Oh man, that definitely makes me...
Bro, why do all those men look like they take it up the ass?
want to buy one.
Okay,
Look at that.
I'm
It
just
looks like a
gonna-
face. These ones are even more expensive, it looks like. This one's $5,600 for this guy right here. This one that looks like it has coffee spilt on it is
coffee.
$3,950, so almost $4,000. This one that I literally could hire a 2-year-old to make is
bro, that actually looks like I could actually do a better job. I could do a better job than this. Holy shit! Like,
almost $6,000. That's crazy. But it didn't take long for it to go from being rich to just looking rich. And social media made this easier than ever. I mean, there's whole photo booths now dedicated to looking like you're in fancy cars or a private jet just so you can stage your photos and flex the wealth.
Show me your designer handbags. I'll go first. Your first designer handbag.
Ew.
Your newest designer
Ew.
handbag. Your favorite designer handbag. The handbag not very many people have in their collection. The handbag that you bought impulsively.
Maybe this is just me and maybe I'm out of the loop of what kids or what people in general find cool, but is the thing that makes this a luxury item the wheels? I mean, if I really wanted wheels that badly...
Bro, that looks like that belongs as a kid's lunchbox. Like, holy crap. Like, and women probably will spend like $5,000 on this as a piece of... I'm just sorry, but like at some point, like your IQ tells itself by what you buy, and to be honest, like this is looking like a hard 60. Okay, let's go.
I could have just bought some Hot Wheels and saved thousands of dollars. Also, of what practical use are those wheels? In what situation would you be like, oh, I'm sure glad my handbag has wheels? The Cat's musical...
Oh, I got one. When a burglar tries to rob you, you throw your handbag on the ground, roll it, and then now he chases after the handbag. Then you pull out a gun and you shoot his ass. Yep. 99% guaranteed chance to not work and you'll fucking die. Do not try it. Do not try it.
School starts in 15 minutes. We're gonna be late. Don't worry about it. We'll make it. What do you mean? We're literally 2 states over and a train will take us 4 hours to get there. I'm telling you, don't worry. If only we had some kind of thing with wheels that could get us there fast. Well, lucky for you. Oh man, what is it? I have this. Dude, I was talking about a car. How's that gonna help us? It's a purse. So it went from actually being rich to just looking rich. Pretty soon though, people not only wanted to look rich, but they also wanted to own rich looking items without being rich.
Yep. So now you get rich people knockoff clothes. And here's my tip. I don't give a shit. I would wear a $10 jacket from Walmart without being scared. Like, hell, it's like not that big of a deal. It's like I get it. You look rich. Yeah, that's nice. Now let's check whose bank account is bigger. That's the real test. Ew. Oh.
I mean, I'm glad this person was able to get these items at such a good price, but I guess I'm just a little confused at what's going on here. Like, I assume the purpose of having some of these items is to have the status of owning these items, but it seems a little bit excessive to me. Like the Versace belt. How many times do people truly pay attention to your belt? Like, that's just such a random thing. I mean, I've never had anybody fangirl to me over the type of belt that I was wearing, but then again, I've never worn a Versace belt, so I don't know. Which the Versace Crystal La Medusa belt is almost $1,000, interestingly enough. The thing is though, these type of videos did pretty well. So people would make them, the algorithm would reward them.
Yeah, I'll show you guys something. I have a cool little item. You see this? This costed me like $20. $20 at a smoke shop. And no, I don't smoke. I just bought it because it looked cool. Anyways, let's throw it on the ground and hope it doesn't break.
People were watching them and it started to become a whole cycle. It seemed like around the same time that people started posting videos about these dupes in mass was the same time our culture started to shift. And honestly, this might have been a mistake. The rise of dupe culture. The ironic part of this shift was that people are now openly admitting to buying knockoff products. Like, it used to be embarrassing. You used to not want to tell people you couldn't buy the real thing, or that at least that you didn't want to, but now people were openly admitting it. Owning these dupes became a symbol of relatability instead of embarrassment that you didn't buy the real thing.
Unboxing my new super fake purse.
Oh god. Dupe culture is probably the like clothing equivalent of going on like an anime pirating site and just watching it there instead of like Netflix, Crunchyroll, what used to be Funimation before they stole all your money and got rid of everything you bought. All that stuff.
Nicely patterned.
Well, except you put money into it. But, I mean, it's still cheaper. Maybe I guess it would be the equivalent of getting a VPN, putting your thing for another country, and then paying like $1 for Netflix. I guess it would basically be that.
Placement. Perfect
Okay,
hardware.
shit.
Got it from IG MonRC1.
Looks like shit.
I mean, I'm no expert, but you could totally show me that bag and I'd believe it's real. I would have no reason not to. I mean, it looks purse-shaped and I see an LV, which is good enough for me. But I'm also pretty sure this is illegal.
Is it illegal to counterfeit designer items?
Probably.
Counterfeiting, especially of well-known designer brands, is a violation of intellectual property laws.
Okay,
Makes
cool.
sense.
Then also in this case, this person just totally outed the person who counterfeited this. They put their name at the bottom of the screen. That
God.
is why. I love this time that we're living in. Okay, here's your knockoff Gucci purse. Thank you. It looks so good. I'm glad you like it, but be careful. The FBI are on my tail. Hey everyone, I just got this purse from Jordan over there. You see him? What are you doing? If you want knockoff purses, this is your guy. I'm just gonna.
Bro basically doxed his dealer.
All this stuff, I kind of began to wonder a little bit. How can you tell real logos from fake logos? Because some of them look so real.
Be
Like, it's
Kanye
so hard to
West.
tell the difference between some of them. Some of them just like, I don't see a difference. So what I want to do is show you a few logos here of brands you may know, and I want to see if you can tell which one's real and which one's fake. So I'm gonna put them on screen. Let me get them here. The first one is the Jordan logo.
Bro went from Air Jordan to ET Jordan. Holy shit! Like what the fuck, bro? Like that one's, I will say that one's funny as hell. That one's definitely a ripoff. That one definitely made in Zimbabwe or some freaking other country.
As you can see, there's two different ones here. One on the left and one on the right. Which one do you think is fake and which one do you think is real? I know it's very hard to tell. You might be surprised to know that the right one is the fake one.
Damn, never would have guessed.
Very obviously fake. The next one is Gucci. Okay, so this one is pretty difficult actually. Is the top one fake or is the bottom one fake? They both look like they could be fake to me. Right off the bat, there are a few different things I noticed. The first being that the outline of the G's are different. The one at the top's a little bold.
Okay, my guess is the one at the top, because the one at the bottom looks a little bigger and kind of weird looking. That's my final answer.
The one at the bottom is a little bit thinner, and then the little wing things on the side, one is a little thinner, one is a little bolder. So the top just overall looks more bold. The bottom one looks a little bit scuffed. The top one looks a little bit more intentional. The real one is the top one. Okay, so what about the third one? This one is a brand that I think most people recognize, LG. So the primary difference here.
Oh, LG. I think the top one's the real one. Yeah, final answer.
Is that the bottom one, the line on the face at the top right goes further than the one on top. Overall, the bottom one is just a more filled face. The top one is like 3/4 filled, and then I guess part of his head is not existent. They both look very similar. That is the only detail, at least that I noticed, that's different. The real one is the top one. The real logo has part of his face missing. That's how you know. That's how you remember that. Okay, what about an even more popular brand? Coca-Cola. So the differences I see here.
Okay, Coca-Cola. I think this guy's making it a little too easy. I feel like he keeps putting the real one at the top. But the reason why is because I think the shade of red is like, I think Coca-Cola is that bright.
Here are, the coloring seems a little bit different. Like the bottom one seems maybe a little bit more red, but then also the swirlies are different. So like at the top one, the swirly on Coca is at the bottom and Cola is at the top. On the bottom logo, the swirly for Coca is at the top and the swirly for Cola is at the bottom. That was a really weird set of words I said. So the real one in this case is the top one. Okay, then what about this one? This one's the last.
I told you, man, too predictable. You keep putting them at the top, so I keep guessing the one at the top, which makes it easy.
One, Twitter. RIP Twitter, it is now X, but we're going back to the Twitter logo. Did the Twitter bird have an eye or did it not?
Yeah, he had an eye.
I mean, both of them look right in their own way. It's really hard to tell.
This one.
I don't know. Which one do you think? So the real one is the right one without the eye. Twitter bird did not have an eye.
Okay, you got me. You beat me that time. You beat me.
So he couldn't see. He was probably running into a bunch of stuff. That's fine. Like I said a bit ago, though, this type of content would do really well and the algorithm would reward. The visuals of seeing an expensive bag for cheap would stop the scroll. People would engage with the post despite the blatant fakeness. And then this type of content started becoming super saturated. And what happens when the niche that you're making content in becomes super saturated? You have to make more outrageous and wild content to get attention. So now there's this whole massive market of fake luxury items. And funny enough, there's actually whole studies on how social media is rapidly growing the counterfeit market. Like, we are all collectively contributing to an illegal activity. Isn't that great?
Nice.
We're having a good time. So people were buying all the fake products.
They can't get all of us. They can't get all of us.
Friendships were forming. People started feeling like they were part of this rich but not rich club. But some people took advantage of this.
So not poor rich people, but more like poor people. Yeah, poor people with fake rich items. Yeah.
This Birkin bag at Hermes Boutique will cost you 38,000 USD.
Ew.
What is the real cost?
Bro, this guy from China. My guess is this shit probably like $20. No, I'm over. It's $8.
This bag from our factory only costs you 1,000 USD, but even
Ew.
better quality and craftsmanship.
This video is of a content creator named Wang Sin, and he claims to be one of the major producers for these designer companies that sell these designer
Obviously, it's from
products.
China.
This whole thing is pretty much saying that these companies are ripping you off and that he'll sell you the exact same products for a fair price. Sounds great, right? Well, not exactly. I mean, this guy has produced zero credible evidence that anything he's saying is true, but there are signs that he might be lying. Those TikTok wholesale finds from China, from Birkins to Birkenstocks, are probably fake.
Yep.
Here's why. But I don't want to get too far into that. All of that to say, with the rise of dupes and this whole fake luxury item culture, there's been a rise of people who take advantage of that. While many people don't care if you know they buy fake products, there's still a lot of people who want to appear rich without actually being rich. And now it's easier than ever. These are people who actively want to deceive the public into thinking they're very wealthy, they can buy all these items, and that really they're just rich. And it works pretty well. They get views, they get followers, and they craft this whole perfect life until they get exposed. The rise of fake rich influencers. This is a large group of people who that, for whatever reason, like to fake being rich by flaunting off all these designer items. But in many cases, those items are either fake, being immediately returned, or it's not even theirs to begin with. But before we get more into that, let me talk to you about the types of fake rich that I saw. There's the return and film specialist. They buy, film, and return luxury items the same day. The rent a lifestyle pro. They rent out Lamborghinis, Airbnbs, and props just to flex, and then they don't.
Oh, I'll tell you this. A lot of rappers also do this. Because a lot of the rap culture, like, you know, you can't, you know, like there's obviously a few people that are, I would say, excluded from this. Like, obviously Eminem, obviously Dr. Dre. Like, I would exclude guys like this from it because they don't typically use like ridiculous ass rich items. Like, that's not to say they don't always do it, but you know, Eminem is more happy to go in like hobo looking clothes with just a group of like a few men behind him, like all vibing to his rap. But then, like, I would say this probably started with more so with 50 Cent. No, he didn't start it, but he made it even bigger than it normally is. Which is what 50 Cent did was he talked about how much money he had, like, you know, having girls, like all this stuff, clubbing. But he basically flaunted his wealth in a lot of the videos, and eventually that led to a bunch of people afterwards doing the same thing. Obviously, he's not the one who started it, but he is the one who made it bigger than it normally was. And now you got all these fake rich rappers getting like Lamborghinis in gold, renting out mansions, spending like hundreds of thousands of dollars on music videos that, like, just all it does is flaunt their wealth, and that's all they do. And the whole reason is because they want to keep up this fake lifestyle to impress other rappers and like women into thinking that they're rich. And obviously there are like people that are rich enough that they can actually afford that stuff. Like, you know, like obviously Drake, obviously Kanye, like those people, you know, everything they have is like, even if it's ludicrously expensive, like they have it. But then when you get to the more smaller rappers that like try their hardest to be real, they just end up being a bunch of fake wannabes.
Actually own any of them. The borrowed / friend's closet. This person uses their friend's designer items or backgrounds and doesn't actually own any of this.
To be honest, at least the borrowed one is real stuff, even if it's not their life. Just like that cool rich friend that just lets you do whatever you want.
super fake flaunter. They show off grade A knockoffs and try to pass them off as legit. So as I show you these next few influencers, I want you to try and guess which category they would land in. If we go back to the case of Mei Lung, her world seemed to be filled with endless champagne toasts, Hermes unboxings, and the kind of luxury that we would only see in movies, or in that one Roblox game where you get super rich. It's one or the other.
Okay, let's find out together what I spent in February. Okay, so
Okay.
mortgage is always $8,900.
$8,900 mortgage? Okay, you better have at least 5 to 6 bedrooms or more for me to think that amount is worth it. If you live in California, I'll give you an exception. But if you live like in like another state, that amount's ridiculous without having a shit ton of rooms. But she's probably lying, so obviously.
And my HOA fee is $1,300.
HOA? Why are you flexing your HOA fee? Nobody likes the HOA. They don't even cut your grass. Like, think about like a professional Karen. You pay $1,000 a month to judge your property and tell you how ugly it looks and all the things you should change because they get mad at things. Like, if you put a water cooler outside, they're likely to get mad at you and saying it's making the property value go down, or maybe they don't like the way your car looks. Like, don't flex an HOA to me. Don't flex an HOA. Having 0 HOA fees would be a flex for me. Absolutely useless ass organization, useless ass scam.
$168, and my Wi-Fi is going to be $99.99. My car.
Oh, thank God. At least your Wi-Fi is not unreasonable. Hopefully it's just fast Wi-Fi, like fast as fuck. Car payment $700. I'm gonna be real. Like, if you're that rich, you should not have a car payment. You shouldn't be paying money on your car.
Our payments are $700. I do private Pilates classes, so I do 20 classes, so that's $2,000.
Ew.
Clubbing was really bad because it had rolled over from my birthday month. So clubbing was a total of $86,000.
What the fuck? 86,000 on clubbing? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fucking fake as hell. Like 86,000 on clubbing, like there's pretty much nowhere. Like, unless you're taking a helicopter or some ridiculous shit to random clubs, there's no way you would be spending that much. Like, what? You're going to Epstein's Island or some shit? I'm sorry, but you're not. I'm sorry, but like, if they saw you coming in there, they would be disappointed.
$1,070.33. It was really good with my shopping last month, and I only spent $33,274.72. Eating out was also not bad. It was only $5,498.61. For travel and transportation,
Little boo boo. Fuck those demons.
and it was $15,827.98, and it was really expensive.
Travel and transportation, 15,000. I don't even have words to say that. I know this is all bullshit, but these numbers are really pissing me off.
Because I started Ubering everywhere again. My total for
Uber? You should have like you should just have your own chauffeur and a limousine at that point.
February to $154,098.63, which isn't too bad. And I always say it's not too bad because it could have been worse.
Really, her whole concept formula of bigger hauls, shinier items, and exclusive access to products seemed like a dream to many people. But then came the downfall. Just like with many content creators, each TikTok needed to outdo the last. And she kept posting more and more videos until cracks started to form. Viewers began to notice that things were a bit off. They noticed repeated backgrounds, the same identical item in 2 different influencers' feeds, and possibly the biggest clue, her apartment looked strangely similar to the apartment in her friend Irene's Instagram posts.
Mei Young is a TikToker who brags about her wealth, but allegedly that is all a lie. Long story short, Mei is a liar, has been using her friends, whom she now has blocked, posts as her own content while mixing in her own content. Mei isn't poor, but she's not the heir that she proclaims to be. I've always suspected her to be a fraud, but never had solid proof. This was the nail in the coffin. I'm sure once this gains traction...
Well, I'm sorry, but like, if you get exposed via Reddit, like, if you get exposed via a Reddit post, man, that's just sad. That's just fucking sad.
She's going to lose all accountability.
Many of us were left wondering why she did it. But the need for status and validation doesn't, allegedly, end with Mei Lung. There are many other cases of influencers making content where they're flexing their wealth, and then they get exposed. Take Izzy Darnell, for example. She was the queen of product haul. Week after week, she would post viral unboxing.
Oh, no. I can tell by the way she looks. Yeah, I can tell. She looks like she would be annoying to deal with. That's my guess. Let's get into this.
High-end fashion and exclusive restaurants.
Yeah.
She had perfectly curated her feed to satisfy TikTok's algorithm. But again, fans began to notice things, in particular during one of her Christmas hauls. And this was the video that nearly broke luxury TikTok.
Hey girlfriends, so I'm going to dress up my little purse with you guys. I bought some stuff to go on it, like bag charms and everything. So Santa brought me the mini pink Kelly bag.
Ew.
Literally, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Everything was great, everything seemed normal. This was just another one of her annual Christmas hauls. Until some internet detectives noticed that these bags looked similar to the designs of the dupe site DHgate.
Here is a full breakdown of the Kylan and Izzy Darnell Christmas haul saga and the fallout since. So a lot of us know by now that Kylan and Izzy did a luxury Christmas haul for items that they got, and a lot of people noticed that the designer items appeared to be fakes. A couple of the tells, people said that the finish for the box that these Chanel shoes came in is different than the finish of the box that authentic Chanel shoes come in, and people also said that the piping on this Chanel bag is way too thick.
What the fuck? Piping? The shit is called piping? Holy shit. Man, some people got too much time. That's both a good and a bad thing.
For authentic Chanel. Amid this backlash, Kylan made a TikTok, which has now been deleted, in which she admitted that some of the items she got in her luxury haul were fake. She said she didn't think to ask for the authenticity card, and she thought it was normal that people have a mixture of designer and fake stuff in their wardrobe. That would have been fine. However, Izzy and Kylan's mom then posted this TikTok claiming she got these fake items from The Real Real. The Real Real, if you didn't know, is a brand that sells designer items secondhand, and they claim that all of their items are authentically designer. So users started flooding The Real Real's social media being like, do you sell fakes? Because we thought that everything you sold was authentic. Obviously just a PR nightmare for The Real Real. So The Real Real had to post this on TikTok to clarify how they authenticate designer items. And then to kind of end the saga, the girls posted this haul where they showed that after all—
No accountability. Women and accountability are like oil and water. You gotta blame someone else when you get caught. Another shining example of it.
all the drama, their parents felt so bad that they ended up buying them the authentic luxury items.
And on the topic of getting exposed, I would be silly not to mention Joe Watkins. If you don't know him, he practically wrote the—
Oh, I can tell by the way he dresses, he's a pain in the ass. Oh man, like I'm just like, come on, man, like that's a purse for women. That's a purse for women. That's a leopard jacket. It doesn't even look cool. Like come on, man. Like please stop. Please stop.
rules of flexing. Between being a self-proclaimed business mogul, dropshipping king, and a crypto success story, he had a lot to flex. However, for him, things began to fall apart when he asked his fans for some investments.
An Instagram con man who called himself the Kardashian of
Let me guess. He did a rug pull on his fans, took all the crypto and disappeared. Just like every other crypto scammer. Yep. Yeah, that's how the story goes every goddamn time.
Kesha has admitted to swindling people out of thousands of pounds in a luxury handbag scam. Jack Watkin, who appeared on a Channel 4 series called Rich Kids of Instagram, raised money from people who thought they were investing in exclusive Hermes handbags. The 26-year-old told his victims that he had contacts, which meant he could access the bags, which are usually sold by invitation only, and that they could split the profits made from reselling them. But according to the police, he actually spent the money on luxury items from Harrods and stayed at the Dorchester in London, which is a 5-star hotel. Police said he created a false image on Instagram of a glamorous and luxurious lifestyle, which seemed to make people trust him and loan him the money. Watkin, who was also convicted this—
Oh, he's basically a Nigerian prince, except he's a fake Instagram rich person. I'm gonna say, some people just have the brain power of a goldfish. So if they didn't realize they were getting scammed, this is like 99% their fault. I'm just sorry. Some people are just dumb.
This year of 9 offences related to indecent images, pleaded guilty to 6 counts of fraud on the second day of his trial, and is due to be sentenced in September.
And it really seems like these stories never end. It's like if someone opened a fire hydrant and out of it came all of these fake rich influencers. And at first glance, it might seem like this is relatively harmless. Like, it's these people's lives, why should we care? But I think it's a lot worse than we realize, and I think this speaks to a bigger cultural issue. Underneath all of these things, the need for status, the need to pretend like we're someone we're not, the need to flaunt what we don't have, There's something deeper going on.
Yep.
It's all fake. It's just another way for us to get caught in the trap of comparison, or for us to feel like we can't be ourselves, or for us to feel like we don't have the right status. And all of this stems from us not being happy with who we are and where we're at on our journey. I mean, I know I definitely can fall into that trap sometimes.
So I wanted this bag, but we're on a budget.
Rating my designer bags. From what I can tell, it's very
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. If they're unhappy with their lives, that's their fucking problem, man. That's their problem. Never ever try to impress other people, because impressing other people doesn't help you at all. Impress yourself, impress your family. That should be it. And maybe your friends. Like, that literally should be it. Don't impress random people on the street, because at the end of the day, if you're in crippling debt, they're not gonna help your ass. They're not gonna help your bitch ass.
But let's be honest, our value isn't determined by the products that we own. I mean, this bag looks like somebody just stuffed marshmallows in it. These bags look like you could make them in your garage. And this one you can play checkers on. So that's pretty cool. I'll admit, that's pretty cool. And that's not to say that I think there's anything inherently wrong with buying these products or even with the people who bought them, but I just think we don't need to tie our self-worth to what we buy. I don't think our lives should become performances. And I think as social media continues to grow and people continue to make content like this, especially at such a large scale, a lot more people are going to start feeling like they got left behind. The more we see this type of content, the more we're going to start feeling bad about our lives. I mean, we could go into study after study about how young people are being influenced by social media, the harmful effects of materialism, and this could turn into...
Yep. You know what they say. Some people are just dumb, and I'm just going to say, they're always going to be dumb. Some people, like, no matter how much you teach them, no matter how much you tell them, they're never going to learn. Think about this. A cigarette. Commercials are made telling you they're bad. The package they make tells you it's bad. Everyone generally says it's bad, and people still do it. And the reason they do it is they understand the consequences, and they believe that the benefit of it is better than the consequences of it. So think of buying these luxury items the same way. Some people just like that rush or that high of pretending to be rich, and they're always willing to chase it, even at the cost of their financial future. It's basically just gambling, but except with shitty clothing that you won't be able to return for any amount of money. Like, at least with cars, most of the time they keep their value, but not clothes. These things, like, the moment they're off season, 99% of their value is gone, and you have to sell them for like a couple dollars for every 100 you've spent on it.
An entire docuseries about that. I don't want to get into all that right now. And actually, I think that maybe part of the issue is we have the wrong idea of what luxury is. I actually think that maybe part of our idea of what luxury is may be cemented in a materialistic philosophy. But what if luxury was actually something else? A Gucci bag or Versace belt or even a designer handbag. What if the real luxury is the little things? Like the first sip of our morning coffee.
This is so good. I need like 10 of them.
Nice.
A text from a friend.
Happy birthday,
Or the moment you just get to spend with those you love. I think sometimes we can get too caught up in social media and we'll miss these little moments that make life so great. And I actually made a post asking you guys to tell me what some of these little things in life that made you happy were. And this is what you had to say.
Here's one. You see this thing? Yeah, that thing makes me happy.
The little things that mean the most. A clean house, sunshine streaming in, my husband getting home early, and unhurried moments with my toddler.
Getting completely lost in my hobbies to the point that
Hello,
time
Clippy.
simultaneously flies and stands still.
Spending time with friends. Waking up earlier than my alarm clock. Early morning walks.
When someone says, "This reminded me of you." When a baby looks at me and smiles.
Spending time with family. Watching the sunset. Seeing a full moon.
So at the end of the day, maybe the biggest flex is just being happy. But let me know, do you disagree about something or do you think I missed something? Comment below and then watch this video right here. Other than that,
here it is. The biggest source of happiness is being able to do what you want, even if it is detrimental to your life. If you understand the consequences and are willing to go through with it, who am I to tell you what to do? As long as it isn't illegal, go ahead. Go a fucking head. Be a retard if you want. But be a happy retard. Not a retard that is unhappy about their stupid decisions. That's what I want you to be. So yeah. That's pretty much all, but great freaking video. I'm gonna give this a like, definitely. But yeah.